The political crisis in Rivers State have attracted the attention of leaders all over Nigeria. And the next one you are going to see is that of Professor Wole Soyinka. Sit, relax, and hear him speak. And this video will make you wow.
This situation is actually a few days old. I was watching what action will be taken by the House of Assembly, by Senate, and even by the affected politicians in Rivers State, whom I expect to be in the court by now, because above the president himself, there's the law, and I expect those who are affected to take the primary step. Let me confess that I was surprised at the ease with which this emergency law, that step, was applauded and passed. And then the critical question, even within the powers of a president under democratic dispensation, there are areas of discretion. And you're quite right to point out this wholesale suspension of everything to government. I think that's an over excessive response within the rights and the powers. We're assuming now, let's say that the president is constitutionally right, but within his powers, there are also areas of discretion. And I think that the wholesale scuttling of the democratic existence in the rivers was excessive. I think it could have been managed much better, much more economically. I think the president did not sort of curb the extent. He didn't economize on his presidential emergency powers. On that issue, I agree with you absolutely. There's an issue of the Constitution. Is the president's action constitutional? And I hope the affected politicians, governor and representatives, that they test this all the way up so that we get a clearer picture once and for all. Instead of running around in circles from regime to regime, it should be possible by now for one to be able to say confidently that this action is illegal, is unconstitutional, or otherwise. So for now, we can only leave it to the constitutional lawyers to guide us. Now, the next question is it politically wise? In my view, this takes us on a slippery slope. It's not what I would have liked to see happen right now with all our struggle to attain a federal structure. The spirit of it, in my view, is contrary to the spirit of federalism. Now, it's very carefully and deliberately, because this does not vitiate maybe the rightness of the action. It does not establish the wrongness. But with my commitment to a genuine federal structure, when an event like this happens, I say we're back on the slippery slope. And I hope that it is tested all the way, because as I've said, we've been through this before under different regimes. It's either we have a decentralized federalist structure, or we have a quasi-dictatorial, whimsical kind of government which just panders to the political leaning of whoever happens to be in charge at the moment. So that's my take on it. Obviously, I'm going to go deeper and find out just what on earth has been going on in the real estate that led to this, what I consider an unfortunate step in our federalist journey.
Now, if you ask me, with all due respect to him, the man was just trying to dance around the bush. The man was, to me, was blabbing. This video makes me to understand that age has nothing to do with wisdom. One thing I would say here is that probably he might have been informed or called from the presidency. Otherwise, a man of his own caliber shouldn't just be dancing around, making just tangible points, find it difficult to do. Because whatever he just said so far, to me, is almost like a meaningless talk. We have seen so many leaders going straight. This is it. This is what he should do. This is what he shouldn't do. But in his own case, almost like dancing around circle, as if he's taking us somewhere. And I want to tell the Nigerian youth, if we are still counting or believing in most of those elders, leaders, I believe we might just be sleeping on a bicycle. Because some of these people, they are so selfish in whatever they intend to do, something that will not benefit them, they will not say one meaningful thing about it. Because if you watch this 4 minutes video from the beginning to the ending, you will not see just one thing to get hold of it, that this is what the man said. And this is one man everybody respected. With all due respect to him, maybe age is telling on him, or probably a call was put across to him to tell him what to say. Unlike former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and that of President Olusegun Obasanjo, they all hit the nails right on the head. This is what it should be. Anyway, we shouldn't expect much from him, with all due respect to him and his age and what he has achieved so far in life. The man has never attained the position of a councillor, let alone local government chairman. So anything that has to do with governance, like he rightly said, we have to invite some kind of constitutional lawyer, those who know what to say at this point in time. The man might just be somebody that was overrated, but in politics, he knew nothing about it. Because if you check properly, meaningful sense did not come out as a result of this video he just did. And I want to urge, next time, sir, if you don't have anything to say, just tell them, I don't have any comment for the moment. Because if you watch your video carefully, you will discover that you did not make any sense. And that is just the simple truth. And it's high time Nigerians, most especially the youth, to come out and take what rightfully belongs to them. Because some of these elders, they are just trying to dabble us into so many things that might confuse us without having headway. Anyway, share and follow the page. May the Lord Almighty grant us the wisdom to understand the future is not for the youth now, and the future belongs to us.